Market update here on the 13th. So we got a pretty big move going into CPI, and a lot of people might interpret that as actually bearish because we ran into CPI, but I think that the chart is actually showing more bullishness. We have first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave have not made a new high yet. If we zoom in here on the 5-minute time frame, it looks to me like it could potentially be ready for a third wave higher. And I think there's a chance we could get, if we get a lower than expected CPI, we could go all the way down up to 420. Possibly higher than that based on the A wave right here. If this is an expanded flat, and it hit the 1.23 basically pretty perfectly, then we would expect the C wave to go to at least the 1.23 fib here at 419, potentially all the way to the 1.61 here at 423. If that were to play out, then we'd be looking at this whole thing as A, B. We probably would get actually a C wave that actually go below here. And then the whole thing would again look like this, A, B, and you probably get another move higher. So it'd be kind of back and forth like it's been for the last like couple of weeks. It'd be the same thing back and forth. So that's the bullish scenario. Really, you don't need to really worry about the farther out scenarios. Just this wave right here, and it looks like it has a fifth wave still to go. So we'll see if that's correct. The other scenario is this is a first wave right here. And if that's the case, we already talked about that. We need to get to at least 401 for it to be valid. This would be a second wave right here. And then this would actually end up being just a first wave. And this would be a second wave. The only thing about that though is this has already retraced the 0.61 fib, and it doesn't look like it's completed it yet. So I would say that this move is less likely, but if somehow it does play out, and even like this move right here looks very corrective, and so I would wanted to see that be impulsive. And so for this to play out is less likely, but if it did, I'd be looking for a third wave of a third wave all the way down here to 398. And then I'll be looking for a, let's see, 398. That is a demand zone. Pull back to 401, and then potentially going all the way down to, let's see here, 401, and then go all the way down to low 390s. Would be the end of the third wave only though, because remember this is only wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 of wave 3. So that means we'd probably go somewhere in the 380 range for a 5-wave move. So that's less likely in my opinion. It's more likely we get a shot up here to 420 to maybe 423 tomorrow with lower than expected CPI. That's what I see, and the dollar kind of supports it too. I think that it's got to retrace all the way probably to the 50% retracement. It's already gone down to the 0.38, but that was only the A wave. So I'm looking for A, B, and a C wave, probably going to go lower than that. The 1.61 fib is here at 101.86. So the dollar looks short-term bearish too, but bearish or bullish overall, I think. In the medium, maybe like a month out or a couple of weeks from here. So dollar looking for more downside. SPY looks like more upside. QQQ, same thing. The only difference between QQQ and SPY is that it looks like it actually completed a 5-wave move right here. And so that was at 11:20 on February 10th. Around the same time, we did not break below this low, but I think that was the 5th wave. So 5th wave right there, and again, it looks to me like a 5-wave move. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would be looking for a fifth wave up higher. So again, QQQ, same thing. We're probably looking for, the only difference between QQQ though is it's gone so much farther than SPY on this move. And usually you only want to see an expanded flat go to the 1.23 fib. So for that reason, this could be bearish, and it could just be, I mean, it doesn't really make sense though. It's a 5-wave move. Maybe this B wave, it's just gone farther than expected, and we will still get it up here. It's going to be wait and see tomorrow, I guess. This is kind of telling a different story than SPY, but as far as just going past the A wave so much, it just kind of makes it look kind of weird, and it makes it look more like a second wave, I would say, than SPY does. So again, this is barely at the 50% retracement. SPY is already at between the 0.61 and the 0.78 fib. So we'll see on that tomorrow. I can see both ways on that, but I'm leaning towards this wave being bullish. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla did exactly what it should have done this morning. It completed a 5-wave move. So from the top, pretty obvious 5-wave move. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I would expect Tesla tomorrow is probably going to be Tesla bouncing pretty hard if CPI is lower than expected, because I'm expecting it to go all the way up here to 200 to all the way potentially to 208. So Tesla could be one of the lead bulls tomorrow on the rebound, but I don't expect it to break above 213, anywhere from 200 to 208. And then we're expecting this either going to be an ABC move or it's going to be a 5-wave move. The next move after that should be all the way down to 171. And so if it does come up here to 200 to 208, that's an excellent short opportunity, again with a stop above the high. Microsoft, let's go over Microsoft and Apple. Haven't looked at this today, to be honest, but how much was it up today? 3% up today. Okay. Big move that finished off at 10:30 today. Looks like a B wave here, or the start. It looks like the start maybe of a 5-wave move. It's probably not going to be a B wave. This right here looks like, let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. It's like ABC to me. So we got A, B, C. And that's what we were talking about, I think, on Friday, about that being potentially a 4th wave. And it still could be a 4th wave. We have 1, 2, 3rd wave ending right here, 4th wave pullback. And again, if we zoom out here on the higher time frames, the 1.61 fib, in which I actually have it marked differently. I think the A wave ended right here, but the 1.61 fib is, of that, is 279. Maybe that's not right then, because if this were going to go for a 5th wave, it's probably going to need to go all the way up here to the target we had originally at 292. That makes more sense. If this is a 4th wave right here, we can just get an idea of where we would expect it to finish. And that is right around 288 to 296. So Microsoft looks ready to go potentially if CPI is lower than expected. And yeah, same thing though, actually looking at it on lower time frames, same thing as SPY. I could see this going like this tomorrow. And then just going crazy. Something like that. I could see something like that being one of the reasons it's sitting at a 4th wave, ready to go for a 5th wave. And that would complete the move. So there's Microsoft. Apple is probably going to be similar. Are these all going to be similar? We got Tesla correcting on the 2nd wave. Microsoft potentially finishing its 5th wave, and Apple is Apple kind of the same thing. Another move where it looks like it could just go blast off higher and finish the move. Target's been 162 for a while. So don't be surprised if a bunch of these stocks take off tomorrow morning. So that's pretty much it for today. Good luck tomorrow. I have hedges both ways. I'm not buying any, I didn't buy any options though. I don't want to buy when the IV is that high. So I actually am playing TQQQ, a little bit of SQQQ as well, hedge both ways. I don't really mind holding SQQQ at this level, even if we get a bullish move tomorrow, because it's been beaten down so far, and I think that we're close to the top for at least a sizable correction that I don't mind averaging into that. TQQQ, I wouldn't want to be wrong on that, but I feel like the chart is pretty bullish, so I feel pretty good about that going higher tomorrow. The target for that would be, I mean, it's probably going to be something similar to QQQ. I would say, if we just use this, I would say anywhere around like 27.50 for TQQQ. Potentially 28, but that seems pretty crazy. So that's pretty much it. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think is going to happen tomorrow. Should be a fun day tomorrow, but look for the IV to drop off after CPI. Hopefully we don't get a premium burn day where it just sits sideways and we get exactly what was expected. So we'll see. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll probably definitely do a video during the day tomorrow just to go over the chart. All right. Have a good night.